Hi children. Okay, in last classes we are seeing that measurements. In that we have completed basic units of different type of measurements, and then we have seen problems related to length and weight, and today we will see that problems on capacity and time. So you know that capacity, what do you mean by capacity? Capacity means that how much volume does the given quantity will occupy. But the best example for the capacity are the water or milk are the best examples. So water and milk, these quantities are measured in terms of liters, right? So those are the capacities. So let's see how the conversions will be done here. Here 4.87 kiloliter, KL means that kiloliters, has to be converted into decaliters. Okay, I have already told you that you need to learn the basic units properly. Okay, you have an idea about those units, only you can do these problems. Okay, please read those units every day. So now come to this one. So what they have given, 4.87 kiloliters. So we have already seen in last class. So we are writing this 4.87 kiloliters into 4.87 into 1 kiloliter. KL means that 1 kiloliter. So 1 kiloliter means that how many decaliters? 1 kiloliter equals to, there are 100 decaliters. 1 kiloliters means that 1000 liters. Those 1000 liters is multiplied with the 10. So 10 into 100, it will be 1000, right? So it will be 1 kiloliter equals to 100 decaliters. 100 decaliters. So we can replace the 1 kiloliter with the 100 decaliters. So 4.87 into 100 decaliters. So if we multiply with the 100, so we have to multiply with the 100, then here the decimal point will be moved forward. So we have already seen in the decimal values. So it will be moved forward, then it will be 4.87 will be, here we have the two decimal values and here we have the two decimal, so two zeros. So we can remove the decimal point. So it will be 487 decaliters. 487 decaliters, which means that 4.87 kiloliters equals to 487 decaliters. Just simply we need to substitute the value of 1 kiloliters in terms of decaliters. We will get the answer. Now come to the next question. Second question, 17.394 kiloliters. So again we have to write in terms of multiples of 1. So it will be 17.394 into 1 kiloliter. 17.394 into 1 kiloliter. So then it will be 1 kiloliter has to be converted into liters. 1 kiloliter has to be converted into liters. So then it will be 17.394 into 1 kiloliter equals how many liters? 1000 liters. So we have to replace 1 kiloliter with the 1000 liters. Now see that we have the decimal point here, we have the zeros. So if we are multiplying with the zeros, means that 1000 or 100 or 10. So the decimal point will be moved forward. So here we are having the equal number of decimal values and equal number of zeros. So we can remove the decimal point. So it will be 17,394 liters. That is the value of that conversion. Next one, 25.042 kiloliters equals to, the kiloliters has to be converted into hectoliters. So if we convert that into hectoliters, then it will be 25.042 into 1 kiloliter. So 25.042 into 1 kiloliter. 1 kiloliter has to be converted into hectoliters. So if we need to convert that, so we need to replace this 1 kiloliter with in terms of hectoliters. So 1 kiloliter equals to how many hectoliters? 1 kiloliter. 1 kiloliter equals to, there are 10 hectoliters. So we have to 25.042 into 1 kiloliter equals to 10 hectoliters. So here we are multiplying with the 10. So the decimal point will be moved forward by one digit because we have the 1 0 is there. So it will be 250.42 hectoliters. This is the conversion of kiloliter into hectoliters. Clear? Next question. What they have given on us? 0.7542 liters equals to 0.7542 into 1 liter. So this 1 liter has to be converted into milliliters. ml means that milliliters. So 1 liter equals to how many milliliters? 1 liter equals to, there are 1000 milliliters. So 0.7542 into 1 liter equals to 1000 milliliters. So here we have the 3 zeros are there, right? So the decimal point will be moved by 3 digits. So it will be 754.2 ml, milliliters. Clear? Next one. Next one. 3.847 hectoliters. Hectoliters has to be converted into liters. So 3.847 hectoliters equals to 3.847 into 1 hectoliter. So 3.847 into 1 hectoliter equals to how many liters? The hectoliters has to be converted into liters. 1 hectoliter equals to 100 liters. 100 liters. So we have to multiply this decimal value with the 100. So if we multiply with the 100, the decimal point will be moved forward by 2 digits because we are having 2 zeros. 100 is there, right? So in 100 we have the 2 zeros are there, right? So decimal point will be moved forward by 2 digits. So it will be 384.7 liters. Clear? Next. 7.094 decaliters. Decaliters. 7.094 decaliters. So 7.094 into 1 decaliter. Sir, in all these questions, why we are writing 1 hectoliter, 1 decaliter, 1 kiloliter? Why? Because means that we have learned 1 hectoliter, 1 decaliter, those conversions, right? That's why we are converting into the simple. How we learn that? So 7.094 into 1 decaliter means that how many liters? 1 decaliter equals to 10 liters. So we have to replace this 1 decaliter with the liters, that is the 10 liters. So again here we are having 1 0. So the decimal point will be moved forward by 1 digit. So it will be, the answer will be 70.94 liters. Clear? Next question. 6.0594 decaliters into milliliters. Okay, we don't know about the decaliters into milliliters, so that's why we have to convert decaliters into liters and then those liters will be converted into milliliters. So we have to do the 2 steps here. So 6.0594 decaliters equals to 6.0594 into 1 decaliter. So 1 decaliter means that how many liters? 10 liters. So 6.0594 into 10 liters. So again liters has to be converted into milliliters. If we multiply with the 10, the decimal point will be moved forward by 1 digit. So it will be 60.594 into 1 liter, right? Because we are having liters. Liters has to be converted again by into milliliters. So it will be 60.594 into 1 liter equals to how many milliliters? 1 liter equals to 1000 milliliters. 1 liter equals to 1000 milliliters. Again in the product we are having 3 zeros and there are 3 decimal values. So we can remove the decimal point, then the answer will be 60,594 milliliters. This is the conversion from decaliters to milliliters. See here we are doing the two steps. Why? Because we don't know exact value decaliter in terms of milliliters. That's why decaliters will be converted into milliliters. Those decaliters will be converted into liters. Liters will be converted into milliliters. So here we need to do the two-step process. This is all about the problems on the capacity. Very similar. These all are the very similar problems only, but we need to learn the basic units first of all. After that, it is very simple. So next, coming to the problems on time. Problems on time. So let's see. First question: 2 weeks. 2 weeks equals to 2 into 1 week, right? 2 into 1 week. How many days are that? Weeks has to be converted into days. 2 weeks equals to 2 into 1 week. How many days are there in week? There are 7 days in the week. So it will be 2 sevens are 14 days. 2 sevens are 14 days for 2 weeks. Clear? This is the very simple problem. Now come to the next one. 1 week equals to dash hours. 1 week equals to how many hours? In 1 week, how many hours are there? So first of all, we don't know about the week in terms of hours. So first of all, we need to convert week into days. Those days will be converted into hours. So 1 week equals to 7 days. So 7 into 1 day. How many hours are there for 1 day? There are 24 hours. So 7 into 24 hours. 7 4s are 28. 7 2s are 14. There are 168 hours. There are 168 hours are there for 1 week. There are 168 hours are there in 1 week. And then next, how 5 hours equals to dash minutes. 5 hours equals to 5 into 1 hour. 5 into 1 hour. So 1 hour equals to how many minutes, Nana? 5 into 1 hour equals to, there are 60 minutes. So 5 into 60 minutes, it will be 5 6 are 30. There are 300 minutes for 5 hours. There are 300 minutes for 5 hours. Next, 25 minutes equals to dash seconds. 25 minutes equals to dash seconds. So 25 minutes equals to 25 into 1 minute. 25 into 1 minute. How many seconds are there for 1 minute? There are 60 seconds are there for 1 minute. So it will be 25 into 60 seconds. So 6 5s are 30. 6 2s are 12. It will be 1500 seconds. There are 1500 seconds for the 25 minutes. Okay. Now very important problems. These are the questions asked in previous Sainik school examinations. So that's why it is very important to be very clear about these questions. So all are the very important, but these questions are asked in the latest previous examinations. So 1/5 of a year. 1/5 of a year. Sir, what is the 1/5 of a year? So here 1/5 of a year in terms of days. We need to convert a year means that 1 year in terms of days. We need to convert that. So 1/5 of means that into a year means that 1 year. Here 1 normal year, one ordinary year. In ordinary year, how many days are there? There are 365 days are there. So 1/5 into 365 days. 1/5 into 365 days. So we can cancel these terms because 5 is in denominator, right? 5 1s are 5 7s are 35. 5 3s are 15. So 1/5 of year equals to 73 days. 73 days. 1/5 of year equals to what, Nana? 73 days. Next question, similar question, but 1/6 of a leap year. A leap year means that 1 leap year. 1/6 of 1 leap year. So in leap year, how many days are there? For leap year there are 366 days. So 1 by 6 into 366 days. So we have to cancel this one. 6 1s are 6 6s are 36, 6 1s are. So there are 61 days. 61 days are there, 1 by 6 of a leap year. 1 by 6 of leap year. Next one. 7 by 5 of a year equals to dash weeks. They are asking years in terms of weeks, but 7 by 5 of a year. So let us take this. 7 by 5 of means that into nana. A year means that 1 year. 1 year. So 1 year has to be written in terms of weeks. So how that weeks are converted? So total days in year there are 365 days. So in week there are 7 days. So if we divide those 365 days with 7, those 365 days will be converted into number of weeks. So 7 by 5 into 365, here normal year, they did not mention about the leap year, right? So that's why we need to consider it as a ordinary year. So 365 by 7 weeks. 365 by 7 weeks. So 7 1s are 7, 7 1s are 7, we have to cancel this. 5 1s are 5, 7s are 35, 7 3s are 15. Okay, 73 weeks. 73 weeks. Again, 7 by 3 of a leap year equals to dash weeks. They are asking 7 by 3 of a, here they are asking about the in terms of year. Here they are asking for leap year. So 7 by 3 of means that into leap year. So 7 by 3 into a leap year means that how many days, Nana? 366 days. But we required those days in terms of weeks. So we need to convert in terms of days, weeks means that we need to divide with 7. So 366 divided by 7. So that will be converted into weeks. Simply we have to divide with the 7. So here 7 7 will be cancelled. 3 1s are 3 1s are 3 2s are 3 2s are. So there are 122 weeks. There are 122 weeks are there for 7 by 3 of a leap year. Of a leap year, there are 122 weeks are there in a leap year. Okay, this is all about problems on capacity and time. It is very these are the topics very important. You have to learn the basic units first, and you can do these problems very simple. So please concentrate more on those basic units and try to complete these all questions by your own. Okay, don't copy these questions into the book simply by seeing the board. You have to do it your own self and you can write those. Okay, that improves your confidence level into the next level. So please be careful while you are listening the class, and also be careful while you are practicing the class, right? So this is all about today's class. We will see that remaining topics. We have a small topic is there, that is the important problems in the measurements and problems on articles. Those topic will be completed in next class, and we will go for the next topic. Thank you guys. Today we will see that we can meet in next class.